Okay, so against my better judgment, I'm going to do a BET 2013 review since I didn't do one last year. And everybody, I did do a Twitter commentary, but I guess people really want to know what my opinions are. But before I get started, I do want to start off, I want to say this. A lot of people always ask me why you don't go to the BET Awards or what this is, that, and the other. Or why do I have such a thing against BET? And an event happened tonight, and this is going to basically be the reason and the provider of why I feel the way I feel about BET. You guys know B. Scott, I'm sure you do. He's a YouTuber. I love him. We've met, and sweetest guy ever. You know, we're both androgynous. We both don't look like typical guys. You know what I'm saying? Our sexuality, well, our gender is questioned daily. So he hosted the pre-show today with Adrienne Byline from the Cheetah Girls and 3LW. Well, he was late there, and the reason why he was late is because he said it was a complete wardrobe change at the last minute, and it wasn't his fault. And that's because basically someone at BET told him he came, B Scott out. I would do the same thing. He had the bone straight hair popping with the middle part. He had the beautiful makeup, the fly outfit, the beautiful heels. Like, he did him, and that's what you're supposed to do because he was hired to be him. Only that's not what they wanted, and they asked him to change who he was in order to pretty much conform. And this is all from what I'm hearing. I haven't got no solid source of what the situation is, but pretty much this is where the story is going. He said some things on Twitter in reference to it, and I think it's very disrespectful on BET's behalf, and whoever made that call should be reprimanded, because you don't hire anyone to do a job and then ask them not to be who they are when they get to the job. That's just not to be commended or respected. It's stupid. So he was very hurt by it, and especially it's 2013 BET. Like, black and gay seem to not go very hand in hand with one another, and you guys seem to still be very scared, but it's here. It's not going anywhere, so get the fuck over it. It is 2013. We are gay. We are happy. We are doing us. And you need to get with the program or get the fuck on. Because had that been MTV, they would have had no problem with him and anything he wore. But they're trying to be black friendly, still trying to be gay friendly, but yet and still they're trying to knock down people that, because other people are not going to either understand or be scared. How is somebody going to eventually understand what androgyny is? What a man who is as beautiful as B. Scott, as beautiful as myself, as beautiful as anybody else out here is, if it's always swept up under the rug and basically shoved in their face to be something that they are not. That is the problem today. So BET, you get a big F plus for that. And you get the plus because you asked him to be there and be a host. You get the F because of the way you did it. But shout out to B. Scott. Follow him on Twitter at @LoveBScott. So off that, the show wasn't really that impressed by it, but basically it opened with Chris Brown. He did his Michael Jackson impression that he does oh so well. And everybody keeps asking me about the song that he did with Aaliyah and how I feel about it. I love Aaliyah. You guys know I'm one of the biggest Aaliyah fans. I just don't think that anybody who touches anything in reference to her is ever going to be good enough in my eyes. Maybe you can call me biased, you can call me a bitch, you can call me whatever the fuck you want. I've been called worse by better. But I'm not a big fan of the song. It's cool. It's just her voice is just being way too sampled around these parts. You know what I'm saying? It's not okay with me. But he did do a good job. Shout out to Chris. I don't have anything against Chris Brown. I mean, I ain't got nothing against him no more. But, shout out to Chris Brown and the things that he done. And he made his fans happy tonight. So that's a good thing. He brought out Nicki Minaj. Now, this is where the problem came in, okay? And Nicki looked beautiful tonight. Her outfit was cute. Hair. Nicki, finally, you must have seen my video, girl, because you know that lace front. You got rid of everybody. You was tired of being the butt of the joke. I heard you, girl. Shout out to Tatiana Ward, who's a YouTuber here who did Nicki's makeup tonight. But, yeah, Nicki... And it wasn't her fault. It was BET's fault. What you expect. Whoever the bleeper was to bleep out the cuss words, and I'm sure she had rehearsals, knew she was going to cuss. And every time she said a cuss word, they bleeped after the cuss word. So it was like bitch bleep, nigga bleep, ass beep, wet bleep. Like, You're a little too slow. You're just like a day late and $1 short. So basically, Nicki Minaj said, nigga, ass, wet, bitch, and I believe dick, on national TV. And I'm sure the FCC is going to fine BT very big for that, because that is a big no-no. Maybe by the time it gets to the West Coast, it should be coming on. It should actually be on for the West Coast now. It may change, and they may, go back and fix it. But when we seen live, she cussed loud and proud. So yeah, that was that. But Chris did a great job. The next person that performed, I think after him, was Robin Thicke. And I'm not a fan of Robin Thicke. I think he's cool, but his music doesn't do anything for me, and his performances never do anything for me, so I was just kind of over it. Didn't really care. So yeah. Nicki Minaj, I think, performed, but I just remember her coming in with Ciara and being on Chris Brown's shit, but I don't remember her performing by herself, and maybe just because I just don't care, so it kind of is what it is. Ciara did Body Party, and she did whatever that Turn You On or whatever song is with Nicki Minaj. She just premiered the video for it. Now, she premiered the video at the pre-show. Her ex-boyfriend is Bow Wow. She looked like Carrie Hilson. Angela Simmons is Bow Wow's new girlfriend. And they were interviewing Ciara. It was just weird. It was just, like, I'm sure they're adult enough to handle it, but it was still weird. Like, it was just so, my ex-bitch is interviewing a new bitch, and I'm standing right here. Like, it was just a little off. But Ciara just seemed to be, like, on her Mariah Carey shit, like, hello, yeah, this is my new video, But shout out to her and Nicki for that video, because they Giuseppe's was so cute. And they had the wedges on. I just want the tennis shoes. So yeah, she did that. She did a great job. Ciara always does a good job as far as performing is concerned, dance-wise. I don't judge her vocals, because Ciara, to me, is equivalent to my girl Britney. Ciara, bitch, go with your strengths, and you was right to do what the fuck you did tonight, because you know what you can and you cannot do. It's either dance or sing, and you wasn't about to sit up there and sing no ballad for us. So yes, you better grind that coochie and pop that ass like you know you can. But she did a great job, and she kind of shut some bitches down. I'm just saying, though. It just seemed like she was kind of out to prove something tonight, but she did prove it. She proved she's a bad bitch. So, shout out to Ciara. I just wish her wig was a little more tamed and not so nappy and voluminous. Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand you want volume, but, girl, if I'm buying Indian hair, it's not going to look like Kunta Kinte in the... No, I'm not to myself. So, yeah. But she did a great job. Miguel performed. Now, Miguel, I'm not a fan of Miguel's like that. I really don't care that much about Miguel and anything he does. I don't like that Adorn song. He reminds me of, like, Prince had a baby with Janelle Monáe or some shit. Like, I don't know. He's different. People like him. Cool. Shout out to him. He's doing his thing. He has a Grammy. A lot of people can't say that. But I was whatever. The thing that really killed me about his performance, I think the most, is that he looked like he wanted to jump in that damn audience again, and he know better. That ain't what you want, player. That is not what you want. But he did not. But his jacket, which killed me, was the simple fact that it was like somebody took a 10 and a 12 inch of virgin Indian hair and made a jacket out of it. And it had remember Tina Turner's dress in What's Love Got to Do With It? The shingle rolling on the river dress. That's what the jacket reminded me of, but it was black. And I was just like, shout out to the virgin Indian hair jacket you got on right now. Like, I need that. And his backdrop looked like R. Kelly's jacket. And next person we're going to talk about is R. Kelly. R. Kelly came out, it looked like he called all his homies and they cousins at the City of Refuge Church here in LA and said, I need LaQuanda, Ashley, Antoinette, Mezzanine, and Keisha to call all the homegirls that sing or at least can hold a tune. And I need them to come out, with my performance at the BET Awards with some Lokes on and sing some of my greatest hits. So it was kind of like a Black Glee situation popping off. Then he comes out looking like Mr. Black Porcupine it had to be at least 5,000 studs on his jacket and hat alone. And he did basically a medley of all his songs. Now, what killed me was the fact that when you do something like that, you usually do like long periods. So I guess because he has such a long career, it just sounded as if we were listening to like a Now 45 R. Kelly mix, and we just kept going to the next song. Because he was only doing about it was like snippets. My mind is telling me, this is the remix to it. Like, it just, that's what it was. Like, it wasn't really cohesive as far as like kind of getting into the song. So, yeah, shout out to him. NDRE performed, and I so tuned out because I don't like her. So next, 2Chains, didn't care. Craig Franklin, didn't care. Tamala Man, didn't care. Pharrell, I love me some Pharrell. I do. He looks like Stuart Little, and he's just so cute to me. But he came out, I don't think he performed by himself. I think he performed with Justin Timberlake, and he had performed, with Charlie Wilson, and he came out for something else. I don't remember. Who cares? He just looked really cute, though. Kendrick Lamar came out with this hood-ass backdrop that looked like one of the many project homes in LA. He's from Compton, so I would, it's to be expected. But it looks like a typical hood background or whatever. Very reminiscent of Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style cover. And he did his song, Poetic Justice, and he did whatever other song he got. I don't know. I don't keep up with him like that. But he did his songs, and then Erykah Badu came out, killing the game. I love Erykah. Nappy hair and all. That's my bitch. Because fucking, ooh, her first album still gets me motherfucking right. So shout out to Erykah Badu. I love you, boo. You did that shit. But they did a really good job. I just didn't like the way that Erykah walked off with that dank ass walk that she gave you. Just like, bitch, I ain't got no panties on. That's how she walked off. It wasn't cute. Snoop Dogg came out and did Beautiful with Charlie Wilson during his his inauguration, during his tribute with Justin Timberlake. And it was cute. You know, he did his little two-step as he always does. And he looked decent. He still looked old as hell in the face, but, he is getting old. T.I. performed, I didn't really remember. Now, Mariah Carey, I love you, MC. And my ex-boyfriend is, like, one of the biggest Mariah Carey fans that you will ever meet. However, Mariah is not like Ciara nor Britney. So, Mariah can actually sing. I don't know what's going on with her lately, but she's been doing a lot of lip-syncing, and it's a lot of obvious lip-syncing. Like, if you're going to lip-sync, then you need to get it right. Like, you need to master it. Like, you need to take some tips from Britney and J-Lo. They can get you right. But if the mic is here, Mariah, if she doesn't know her cues, she tends to do a lot of this. Because it's supposed to be a lot of this when she doesn't know the words. So if you ever see her perform live or watch it again, when she keeps missing her cues, she's not like Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Where she can hit a cue as soon as she hear it. She's not there. And she didn't do nothing but roll around in this chandelier, stand there. She did Mariah. She just, and then she rolled back around. That was it. But it's to be expected. It is Mariah Carey. That's what she does. You ain't never said Mariah Carey kills the choreography. You ain't never said no shit like that. So she did a song with Miguel. She did the remix. My ex-boyfriend said that the song she did was the remix to her current song, Beautiful, with Miguel, that was with Young Jeezy, and it just came out, I think, yesterday, or the day before yesterday, or whatever. I don't know, I don't care, but she did it. But yeah, Mariah, just get the lip syncing down, though, because you're killing me. She looked great, though. The thing that really killed me is the fact that Nick Cannon's ass came out with them cocaine white glasses on, looking like somebody pimp stomping, talking about some shout out to my wife in them 5 octaves. I'm going to hit that tonight. Like, ugh. Like, I know they got 2 kids and shit, but nobody wants to hear about a Nick Cannon beating anything up unless it's a punching bag. Like, just gross. But shout out to them, okay? Shout out to them. Nicki Minaj won an award for Best hip-hop artist. Now, the issue that I have with BET in this category in general is that they always set the category up to give her the award. She never is nominated against nobody of her caliber, only because of the simple fact that, I mean, I get what y'all saying. There is no one out there of her caliber, I guess you could say, that's like winning in female rap. That's cool. But to put her in a just give her the award. Make it a pre-show award and just give it to her. But to put her up against Rashida as if, and she talks as if Marry Me was like the biggest top 10 chart. Girl, shut up. I will handle her in my Love and Hip Hop review. But that's coming too. But yeah, it was just like, you knew Nicki was going to win. She's won 4 years in a row. And it's to be expected. And she's like, you know, Nicki gets up there acting like she loves to do. Oh my god, you guys, bars, we won. And then she'll say something real stupid and it has to be bleeped out because she cussed. That's just, I mean, Nicki is just kind of a one-trick pony at this point. But shout out to her. She looked beautiful. She was promoting her little beer or Moscato line, which just looked real tacky because you're drinking at the BET. I don't give a fuck who's paying you to do what. You still look real tacky. Like you ain't got no class if you drinking out of a malt liquor bottle on a public show. Like, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. It was a lot of kiss-assing for Dwayne Wade tonight, too. Like, I know y'all like basketball and shit. You know, these athletes and, I mean, these rappers and stuff, but you would swear his name was Jesus, and him and Gabrielle had an immaculate conception with a baby called Spalding. You know, it's just like, really? Is it that serious? You know, but it was cute. He got a award for some shit that I didn't care about. And then Gabby Douglas, she actually was honored for the things that she's done too. So I think that was good. She's a sweet young lady, which I really like, because she carries herself very well to be so very young. And then my boo performed A$AP Rocky, which I was so happy about, because you guys know, if you don't know, you gonna know today, I love me some A$AP Rocky. He's just, you are everything to me. So I love him. And he got a BT award for the song with Kendrick Lamar, and I'm so happy for him, because I think they both deserve the things that they've gotten tonight, because they've worked very hard for, you know, both of them have worked very hard. So it's actually very good to see someone so young, both of them, get so much recognition. And let's see, it wasn't really many awards that went. Chris Brown got an award for something I didn't care about. And then I think that was pretty much it as far as, you know, that was concerned. And then you had Lala in the back doing the tweets, you know, and she's just always, hello, Dad, this is Lala, and we got 5 million. Like, she's just always loud, and her eyes are always bugged. Like, relax your face, girl. Like, and you a little loud. But other than that, though, you know, she does what she does. Kat Graham, I don't really know much about her. I just know her, she's on some CW show. But her lace wig looked like some shit Tyra Banks threw out, like, the second season of the Tyra show and didn't want no more, because it was so ashy and so bad. But okay, I know y'all like, who the fuck is Kat Graham exactly? But I don't have nothing against her, because she actually has the Jeffrey Campbell shoes I have. That's where I see him on first, but whatever. Stevie Wonder came out there with them 3 dreads back here. Like, I love Stevie Wonder, but someone really needs to take his ass and sit him down and take a clippers to his like, it's over. It is over. Why is your shit back here? And then he couldn't find him. I mean, I know he's blind, y'all, but somebody could have directed him, like, Stevie, it is like 10 paces to the right. He like it's just too, like, it's disrespectful. Like, y'all gotta stop doing Stevie like that. But other than that, though, I'm not really too pleased with the show, especially the kind of the way that things were handled or whatever. The pre-show was a hot ass mess, literally, but it's to be expected. It's BET. I just want to see what MTV is going to do this year. If I missed anybody, don't know what to tell you, because it really didn't stick out in my mind at all. But this year I'll give them, like I said, an F+, because they really fucked up with gay marriage being legal and whatnot now, and us having all of these rights and stuff. To do somebody of the LGBT community like that, and you wanted them there because you basically needed that platform, and then you fucked it up. Doesn't really sit well with me. But let me know what y'all thought. If I missed anything, it's just honestly because I just didn't care. Like, the whole show to me was just kind of a waste. It was better than it has been. It still isn't the best. BT just struggles to give us a quality show, in my opinion, that's worth talking about for a long period of time. This is not like how the old school Soul Train used to be and all of this stuff. You know, the presentation is better, but it's BT, you know? You kind of take the good with the bad. In this situation, it was more bad than it was good, but it was cool. It's just like the whole Illuminati just didn't show up. Rihanna, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West, Meek Mill, Drake, Rick Ross, they were having a meeting or something, and I think Nicki just came to represent, to show them that, you know, the Illuminati was very present, I guess. I don't know, or maybe she wasn't invited, I don't know. But yeah, it was just, a lot of them were missing, so I guess the show didn't feel full because a lot of the known people, besides the ones that I named, were just not there. So, and Ashanti, Michelle Williams, and Maya was there. Who the fuck invited any of them? Who let them in? Somebody was being nice. You can let them in. And then Tamar almost didn't get in. Tamar Braxton almost didn't get in because of security. It was a mess. Like, it was just a mess. Like, too much. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions or anything, or how I felt about something, let me know. Just write it at the bottom. And I will talk to y'all later.